eSports fans, do you want to watch some tournaments? Would you like to compete? Maybe win some matches and make a little money on the side, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it all seems so complicated. What tournaments are there? Where is it happening? Where do I sign up? What do I bring? Requirements, rules, fees, yada yada yada, it's all so confusing. If only there was a way to make it all simple. And all you need to do to sign up is just press a button. Sounds oddly specific, doesn't it? Because it's range.gg, the easiest way to set off your esports career. Take part in exciting new tournaments. Short or long, big or small, choose your own battles and fight your own wars. Flaunt your gaming skills for all to see. Assemble a team and get ready to compete. Not to mention, take your in-game prowess to the next level by consulting veterans of the esports world. So why wait? Signing up has never been easier. Compete, flaunt, and grow at range.gg. See you at the range.
Peter XD আগের Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we had a slight technical difficulty, but at least we are back online. And as I was saying, this matchup is going to be hosted on Heaven. And we have already seen the agent selections from both sides. And now we're going to be heading into the game. We are going to be having a matchup between SE Necrosis and NZO eSports. Well, let's see how this matchup is going to be. For the information, we'll be seeing NZO eSports on the defensive half, and we're going to be seeing SE Necrosis, as always, on the attacking side. Let's see how this match is going to be as we are going to be moving forward to the first round.
Well, things are definitely high stakes now as we're moving ahead with the more top-notch stages of the tournament, where the teams are going to get tougher, the matches are going to get longer, and everything is going to get more difficult for these teams to actually pull through in the future. So obviously we have a bit of our underdogs, NZO eSports. They have been showing a lot of success in the open qualifiers, and I'm really impressed by their performance. I feel like this is a team that can really show a lot of potential in the future. As my friend Cresto said, we have a lot of interesting players there. We have Chosen One, we have Bluetooth and Hasbullah. These players are absolutely insane while fragging. Let's not forget about Necrosis as well. KZ1, of course, is a personal favorite of mine. He is so good with the duelist, but this time on Haven, he's going to be playing the controller role with the Astra, and immediately we're going to see a lot of Astra utility used up. Interesting wall coming in from the Sage X-Dill. He's going to be blocking off the window from Garage, and we see the push towards Seaside has been finished up. Maniac Man is going to put the bomb down smack in the middle of the default position. We're going to see Shadow, though, on alert coming in from behind. He's going to make some noise, but there is a Sage there to hold that position, and X-Dill is going to win that fight. We're going to see a 4 versus 5 situation early on as the wall has been broken, and the push for the retake is coming through from the players of the side of SE Necrosis. They're trying to hold on the side. Trades are coming in left and right. KZ1's going to find a double kill, though, onto Hasbullah and Chosen One. Bluetooth trying to make something happen here. Is the only one alive from his teammate. 1 versus 4 scenario with the Frenzy. 60 HP has an updraft. Probably not going to win this match, but some damage is done as he takes down Suhaib. But Drunken Master is there for the trade. The first round going in favor of SE Necrosis. 1-0 is the scoreline.
SE Necrosis is absolutely up for a very, very nice start here, because the way they pushed for the side of C with all of the players stacked up, well, I really love that, because in a pistol round as an attacker, you can just commit for a rush because you do not have much to lose. And usually on the pistol round, you can put it as an example as well. Or let's say experiment. You want to see how your opponents are going to be playing. The defenders, they tried to get the retake, but they only got 2 frags. And eventually, we will be seeing the defenders going for the eco run so that they can buy for the upcoming rounds. Ironically, we do see Drunken Master going for a Phantom on the second round. That is kind of a question mark from my end because, yeah, that is definitely doable, but is he really feeling that much of a confidence? Because that is a very, very valuable gun, considering this is just the second round. But we will be seeing another rush coming in from the side of SC Necrosis, and they will plant the spike within 30 seconds. And now this is going to be a 5v5 retake situation. The defenders do not have the arsenal advantage, but still they can make some plays happen. We do see the Mollis popping out, the case is popping out, and Bluetooth is going to be on the flank, but he's not giving away too much now. I think the players of AC Necrosis is pretty much concerned about that because he is being hunted down. The Sova and Astra is gonna be pretty much locking up the Jet wherever he is. And now it's pretty much all of the players inside of Garage, but the Garage players are gonna be falling one by one.
Oh.
Drunken Master is gonna find 2 kills, 3 kills for him. And can he get more? He's going for the swing, and he might just get the 4th, and he will. KZ1's gonna get 1. And that's gonna be another fast execution coming from the side of AC Necrosis. 2-0, but must admit that the NZO eSports tried their best to hang on, but from now on, as they are going to be going for the buy rounds, this is where things can turn the tables. AC Necrosis has a pretty good lead, but can they hold on to it? 2-0.
That is the question we have, isn't it? Because we already see NZO are gonna go for those 4s, but they are on a buy run. ARs in their hands. The side of SC, they still have a couple of Phantoms. Drunken Master obviously keeping the one from the last round. KZ1 as well. The rest of them are still saving up with the bonus weapons of the Spectre, so it's going to be difficult for them to take on some of these fights against these better weapons. That was a pretty cool lineup, and I feel like my friend Cresto's reaction says all that needs to be said, that we have some interesting Sova Limes coming in from the Chosen One, as we see it won't come of much value, as the rest of the players are still pushing towards A. 3 rounds in a row, the side of SC Necrosis are going to this C side, which is being completely left open. We do see the Cypher Zinc trying to play in an aggressive position, but the run it back won't be able to do much damage. He does do the entry though, as the bomb plan is going down from the side of Exdil, and the players of NZO have been pushed back for the retake, and it's a 5-5 retake for this side, so it's going to be utterly chaotic till the last moment.
Definitely, Grito. And now we will be seeing the players trying to get some kills from the side of AC, but he'll be refragged instantly by Shadow. Drunken Master is gonna find Chosen One, and he's gonna be found by Hasbullah. Follow-ups are gonna be there from both sides. Holy moly, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen? It's all up to the 2 Astras and 1 Jet and 1 Sova. And now the defenders are gonna be making their way to the objective and brought into the spike, but KZ1 still breathes, and he will find 1, but the refrag from Bluetooth is gonna be there. Manic Man's gonna be playing it slightly passively, and their shock darts are gonna be coming in the base there, but can he make it happen? He does not have the arsenal advantage, and Bluetooth is gonna find the kill, and he will have a lot of time to go for the defuse. What a round, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, we'll be seeing some lives coming in from the side of NZO Esports, as Bluetooth is going to be taking the first round. 1-2, not the equalization yet, but we are seeing NZO Esports paying back and answering back very strongly.
Well, the guns in their favor definitely gives them a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence going into these gunfights. But I have to say, the side of SC aren't lacking from confidence either. They have been pushing this C side 3 times in a row, and despite sort of having a taste of how their pushes are, I'm feeling like Zinc, who has been playing the Cypher on the C side for the majority of this match that we've had, for the 3 rounds that we've had, he's still unable to figure out how to handle this fast, aggressive confidence that the side of SE are showing. And immediately he's gonna find out with the Cypher cam that he placed early on that there are a lot of players nearing outside the C main area. And again, Astro Utility, Shock Darts, Recons are coming in from all sides to actually put these players in the backside of C in a panicky situation. As we see, a couple of players are going to be here to rotate towards the C side. The B is completely open though. But looking at Bluetooth, pulling out the Blisstyle, he's going to be holding an aggressive position. Knows that there's a tripwire there, so he can't aggress much, but he can still wait for a player to actually peek in and maybe land a right click with the Blisstyle. That would be really helpful for his teammate, and he might even able to be pick up a gun if he is successful in winning that duel. But things have gone down to a stalemate, as we see the push towards C is still progressing really slowly, but this 3-player stack could be proven detrimental for the side of SE. As we see, the Recon's gonna come in, information is there for the players, and then Zinc with the first back, Chosen One with the follow-up, the defense is holding in the C side, and with only 30 seconds left of the clock, Bluetooth is aggressing as well. Now they're caught in a pinch, but with KZ1 getting that frag, the A side is pretty much open, but the rotation is nowhere near They're gonna commit to this seaside with 20 seconds left on the clock. They're gonna have to hurry up with the Astral Ultimate coming in from KZ1. We're gonna see Manic Man getting a frag onto Chosen One. But so many gunfights are still going down. What is happening here? With 14 seconds left, 2 versus 2, they're trying to push into the side. The trades are there, and it's gonna be Zinc who's gonna get a 4K. Actually put the round and put the equalizer in favor of NZO Esports. 2-2 is the scoreline, and finally some economic relief for the side of NZO.
NZO definitely played it marvelously, but I do have a question to the side of AC Necrosis that they took too long to execute the objective. Usually on the attacking side, yeah, the clock is not on your favor, so you might not take haste and eventually make a decision and push in an objective. SC, well, they had a pretty good setup, but still they take too long time to execute that, and that is something NZO took every bit of advantage out of. So that is really cool for the side of NZO, but let's see if they can hang on to it. Obviously, we will be seeing an NZO, or let's say SC Necrosis firing back, but they will be going for an eco round here, and they will be seeing Zinc getting down. Zinc getting a kill on the Ravenclaws, and that's the MVP of the game so far. So that is really a high value target. KZ1 is going to cancel out the running back from Hezbollah. So that is really great that the utilities are being burned, but this is really not looking good for the side of SC, as they have not picked up any kills yet, as they are on eco. Excuse me, they need to go for the plant at least, because on an eco round, you know that you do not have the arsenal advantage. So you just might commit to an objective and just go for it. Oh, no. Well, at least he got the kill, but in the end, the jiggles coming in from the side of Zinc was too much for Exil to handle, and the refrags are gonna be there. And now the objective is gonna be having the spike under its control, and eventually, spike is gonna be going down, but no, there is Hezbollah. He's gonna pick up one, and he's gonna pick up the same. That is gonna be 3 kill for him. 3-2 is gonna be the scoreline. NZO is gonna be seizing the driver's seat from the hands of SE Necrosis. Well, it was definitely an eco round, but they took too long once again. Usually on an eco, you might want to take haste, and you know that if you are rushing with 5 pistols in your hands, there is so much the defenders can do. Yeah, they might get you off guard. They might have a very perfect lineup, but still, you might have a chance. You have a 50-50 chance of going for the spike as well. But in the end, the economy is going to be back online from the side of SC Necrosis. So full buy rounds from both teams. That is going to be interesting, Kirito.
Yeah, as you said, regardless of the past round, this is a full buy, and we have a round on our hands, ladies and gentlemen, as both sides have their full potential, have the full weaponry that they would prefer in a round, all ARs. So definitely this will be a big factor in the future couple of rounds of this matchup, as we see NZO taking this early lead. We're gonna see the running back used by Drunken Master trying to clear into the side, checking every angle. He might get a frag. No, Blue gets the trade, but so much damage is done though. He's only 47 HP, but he's still playing aggressive. He's trying to hold on in this off angle in platform, and they have an angle in garage, but he doesn't see anybody coming in. This is a fake. As we see, the rest of the players from SE Necrosis are pushing towards this A side, but the Cypher utility coming in from Zinc though might prove so much detrimental, and Sova is here as well. Bluetooth gets another frag onto KZ1. Zinc with a follow-up onto Manic Man on the A side. There's so much utility giving information to these players. Exil with the revive onto Manic Man, and a trade onto Zinc as well. Chosen One with the Sova lineups, and that was not what I thought it would be, but the plant will go down. 4 versus 4 retake coming in for the side of NZO, and the wall will definitely slow things down a little bit.
Well, the wall did slow things down a little bit, but the wall did come down eventually. So this is going to be pretty hard for the attackers to handle, but still it's a 4v4. And now Chosen One holding on to Heaven. If he can find 1 or 2 off-guard kills, he might be able to make that difference happen, and they will, thanks to that cosmic division from that defenders, I mean from the attackers, I think, but I think it was from the attackers. I am kind of confused, but still, as it was there, it provided the defenders the cover they needed, and the attackers were nowhere to be found. And eventually, we'll be seeing SC Necrosis losing 1 more round, and NZO taking full advantage out of it. Looks like there is something going wrong from the side of SE Necrosis, as they will be asking for a pause timer. Possibly that is going to be a tactical timeout, and definitely that is a really, really important one for the time being, because as I can see, for the previous 4 rounds, they are not having themselves on the same page of the book. And if that's the case, that is really going to be detrimental for them. They need to make sure that they are having their plans together, because after this round, they will not be having any more of those, loss bonuses. This is the 4th round they lost in a row, ladies and gentlemen. So that might be a very good decision to go for the pause, as we will be moving on. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how long they take. We'll be right back after a short while. I mean, it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game once again, as we are going to be having the post timer from AC Necrosis coming to an end. And I believe they had planned everything out, how they want to play it, how they're going to be utilizing the time, and so on. Well, for the time being, the scoreline is in favor of NZ eSports, but definitely AC Necrosis is not going to be counted out yet. But NZO is going to be playing it slightly aggressively. We do see two players exceeding from the side of mid, and they will find an initial kill, or let's say plus blood, onto XJL, and that is the Sage of the board. Well, that being the Sage, there's no heals available anymore for the side of the attackers, not to mention the wall and the slow orbs. So usually you might want to play safe as a Sage, but that did not quite happen, and there's no potential refrags either. So that is really going to be putting AC Necrosis on their back foot. Brutus is going to be spotting out Shuhaib. I think he saw his hands, and he did take a shot. And now there's the jump peaks coming in from Shuhaib. And Shuhaib, oh no, that was a very bold decision, my boy. And he will bite a bullet for that. And now we'll be seeing the orb being secured, but that's not going to be a successful one. Shadow is going to bait that so successfully. This is going to be the Manic Man versus the world. It's a 1v5 for the boy. Let's see if he can make it happen. He does have the spike in his hand, but with a Marshall, so much he can do. And I guess I spoke too early. He can do a lot, but that's all he's going to be able to do. Bluetooth is going to make sure that everybody knows that the Marshall is inferior compared to the operator. This is going to be the fifth round in favor of NZO eSports. Looking pretty good for the side of NZO eSports for the time being, but AC Necrosis, as they lost their fifth round in a row, they will have somewhat of a bonus, but they will have to utilize it as they will be going for another full buy round here. Let's see if they can pull this off the hats or if they cannot.
Well, definitely, and I feel like that pause timer isn't working to their favor despite having the time to make more tactical discussions. I feel like a pause timer before this round where they have the full buys would be better because they have a fighting chance to get some momentum, to get some rounds in their favor. But pause before the eco round where you probably don't have the best chance of winning the round, in my opinion, isn't the suitable choice to be making. But we're going to see again SE with those buy weapons, with those rifles in their hands. They're going to be pushing towards the seaside. We're going to see a lot of utilities being used by entering. The run it back is being stopped by Chosen One while being concussed. Exdil with a trade onto Zing though. It's going to be a 4 vs 5 scenario, but Manic Man with the Sova ultimate is going to find one onto Hasbullah. Chosen One's the only one inside. He'll find one, but that's all he's good for as Manic Man gets a trade. Bluetooth though with the operator. He's pushing in very aggressively as the bomb man's going to go down. He almost gets the shot onto the Sage, but he's going to survive with 1 HP. And he's going to be able to run away, but a lot of responsibility onto Shadow now as his teammate is only 1 HP. He's going to be spotting the Sage. Finally managed to get the kill in, but Manic Man with the triple kill and the trade. It's all onto Bluetooth. 1 HP with an operator. Can he clutch this out is going to be the question we need the answer for.
Well, the answer is going to be coming in any second now. Bluetooth is going to be walking in C. He can try to save that gun, but he does have 1 HP to work with, and he will get 1 kill. Can he get the second?
Last
one is inside of Garage, and he will not, as he was holding the ball as he was running, but he did not have much choice. KZ1's going to shut him down, and that is going to be another run in favor of AC Necrosis. Nice try by Bluetooth. But in the end, we will be seeing AC Necrosis able to get the hits together, and they will go for a very nice execution. NZV Sports, well, they are not too far away. The gap is not too shabby, but still, they will have to make sure that their lead is in their favor. Let's see if they can make it happen or not. We will be moving into the 9th round of the game. AC Necrosis, they're looking very, very promising at the time because they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly how they're doing. So there's a really, really shabby chance of making mistakes. But do see NZO getting the information as they possibly can? We will be seeing SC trying to deploy those cameras as the drones to possibly flush out the players. But that's not going to be effective at the time as no bloods are going to be spilled. Well, the pressure is going to be deployed on Garage heavily, but NZO is not going to be letting Garage go yet. Eventually, SE is going to be going for a B execution, I believe, as the wall is there, and the Sova is going to be setting for the plan. Well, that is another fast execution coming in, as none of the players will be taking a bite, and the site has already gone down. 5v5 situation, it really depends how the defenders are going to be going for this retake, because going for a retake on B is really easy as a defender because you can isolate the players one by one. But question is if you really can make it happen. I think they will be, but the refresh is going to be there, and eventually it's going to be a 3v2 situation. Make it a 2v2, and now it's all up to the Phoenix here. Hasbullah tried his best to make sure that he got the round, but Manic Man is gonna eliminate him, and that is gonna be another round in favor of AC Necrosis. What a bloody round, ladies and gentlemen. No players or no teams Actually, it was very hard for me to predict who had the upper hand, but in the end, we'll be seeing AC Necrosis taking one more round. One more round to go for the equalization. Question is if we will be seeing that equalization or not, or if we're going to be seeing NZ Esports keeping themselves on the driver's seat.
That is definitely a question we need to find out immediately. But I have to say, despite not having the lead, SE Necrosis, I'm really liking their plays. They're playing so smartly, using those utilities to its full potential, especially in these last few rounds. And their set pieces are really good while taking these fast executions onto the sites. I feel like Nzero do have the same level of fragging and almost the same level of coordination and chemistry, but their utility could be a little bit lacking. Bluetooth, he has gone undercover in this positioning. Manicman, that recon though will spot him out. He tries to be quick with his hands and put a smoke in, but regardless, he's gonna get a frag while dodging that. Dodging those frags, X-Dill with the frag onto Bluetooth and traded though Drunken Master with the follow-up. So much is going on in this site, but it is gonna be side of SE Necrosis with the advantage after that bloodbath in the A side, and they're gonna be able to plant the bomb and take control of this side. It's all on to Hasbulla and Chosen One, who have not been particularly fragging out for their team to go for the clutch scenario. Hasbulla does have a run in back, which he is gonna use through the Astro Wall to flash into. He's gonna spot one player, but okay. They both get a frag. That's really good, making this a 1v1. Sorry, 1v4. Apologies there, and it's all onto Hasbulla. Drunken Master pushing low HP, still gets the headshot, running and gunning. That is
precision gameplay. Precision gunplay. That is all we need to say to explain that event. But aside that, NZ Esports, I saw some questionable plays coming in from them. I really wonder why Chosen One used that Hunter's Fury before the spike was inside of the objective. He could have waited till the spike sound coming in and then he could have potentially delayed it. But he just didn't do that, and eventually that allowed the attackers to go for the Cosmic Divide and isolate the defenders, not allowing them to take control of Objective A, and that is going to be leading us to the equalization. In the end, we will be seeing a very, very competitive match here. It's not one-sided at all, ladies and gentlemen, and that is something we really want to see in the stages of VBCPL. Eventually, we will be... Oh, no, that's a bad corner check, my boy. Drunken Master, with their running back, he will not be able to get that, but eventually Shahwai is going to be getting the kill, and eventually the Neural is going to be there as well. KZ1 is going to be finding one. What was that round, ladies and gentlemen? AC Necrosis is on a rampage as they will not take any prisoners on the previous round. What was that round, Girito? I have a lot of questions to be answered, but still, this is the last one before the swap. Looks like we are looking down on a scoreline of 6-6. Can be a 7-5 as well, but either way, must admit that NZ Esports can definitely do better than this.
Well, the prisoners weren't taken by the jailers, man. The prisoners just made their way to the side of SE Necrosis. They were like, take us into the jail, because with these weapons, it's better not to live. So they hurriedly ended that round, I feel like. They gave their best attempt at an aggressive play to get in. Oh, the flash is gonna come in. He's just standing there, Bluetooth. He sees some of the players though, and he will get a shot. The utilities are deployed, but the dash will protect him as he gets away to the safety of his site. He's gonna be spotting another player despite being spotted by this overdrone. He knows that there's a stage on the right side. Zinc with the follow-up on the Suhaib. Cypher diff. He's gonna spot the smoke. That is a shot. The trade 4 versus 2. The damage is done onto the side of SE Necrosis. KZ1 and X-Dill, they are potential fraggers in their own right. Despite playing more supportive characters, I feel like they still have a chance to go in to be able to extend their lead and keep their lead going into the next half. With the spike still in their position, they still have a couple of rifles to work with. A Shadow, he's waiting for the signal from his Cypher with the Cypher cage. He's going for the peak but doesn't spot anyone. Utilities are deployed and the side has been taken. Zing makes an attempt to do something, but to no avail. The bomb plant is yet to go on as Still is finally going for it. Some Astro utility used to bait them out, but the flank from Hasbulla though. Chosen One gets a frag into KZ1. Now Hasbulla is not being patient and he's gonna rush in for a frag, making this the 6-6 score line, and we're gonna have an even more intense match as we go into the side switch, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just the beginning, but we're already halfway. That is also there, but I must admit, at this point, this is really gonna be hard for us to predict who is gonna be having the crown and who will be moving on to the upper bracket. Do note, ladies and gentlemen, the team who loses tonight is not gonna be eliminated. Instead, they will be having another shot in the lower brackets. So they do have one more beating zone to work with, but do you really want to gamble on that? I wouldn't have done that if I was in their feet, or let's say shoes. But aside that, 6-6 being the scoreline, that is really, really commendable, or let's say appreciable, because now both of the teams will be having that readings on, and let's see how they maneuver. For now, I really want to see how AC Necrosis is going to be playing their attacking rounds, because yes, from the side of AC Necrosis, from NZO, so actually it is AC Necrosis. When they were attacking, they were hyper aggressive, that was one, but in some rounds, their aggression was not very, commendable. It was completely absent at some points, and they took too long to execute the sides, and I expect that from the side of NZO, they are not going to be making the same mistakes as their opponent did. But this time around, we'll be seeing the defenders being pretty much ready for a very aggressive execution as they pretty much gathered up on the side of C. But this time around, the Wall and the Mollies are going to be denying the push as they will be taking a rotation to the side of Sewers and Banana area, which is going to be towards A. So this can be doable, but not to mention there is the Cypher with the toys nearby, and the Cypher is going to be taking some jumps to get the information if there is anybody potentially coming in from Banana area. Bluetooth is going to be sorted out. As Truhybe is going to be giving out the call out, and their teammates are going to be making the rendezvous, and the haste is going to be made. So the objective is going to be having the smokes in place thanks to the Astro Stars, and now eventually the objective will be having attackers presence inside, and Bluetooth is going to be having one kill, but the first blood was in favor of Drunken Master. Eventually it's going to be a 3v3 situation, and now the spike is going to be going down. No way is going to be denied because there is no Sova utilities to work with from the side of Manic Man. Manic Man knows exactly where his opponents are. At least I think he does, right below him to be precise. Well, he did know, but he didn't know the player right next to him on the box side, and now it's all up to Exdale, and now the healer will have to make it happen. He does get one, but can he get the remainders? He will heal himself, but thanks to the recent nerfs, or should I say long before nerfs, Sage cannot heal herself as fast as she could have in the previous days, and eventually Shadow is going to be putting out of his misery, and we'll be seeing Enzo Esports taking the lead. 7-6 is going to be the scoreline. Most likely we'll be seeing SC Necrosis going for an eco here, but we never know. They might go for a force buy so that they can have the equalization, but definitely that's not going to be a very, very respectable decision. Not to mention NZO is going to be taking 2 pistol rounds from the heads of SE.
Well, considering how SA have been playing these past few runs, I said they are very aggressive, and sometimes their aggression is absent. But I feel like their aggressive play should be shown in some of these sides while defending as well. Maybe go for a force buy, maybe push in with those force buy weapons. Because I see their gunplay and coordination is a little bit. I feel like it is a little bit higher compared to the side of NZO. NZO is pretty good with individual fragging, but sometimes their pushes and rushes feel very uncoordinated, and their utility usage isn't really, helpful to overall for the whole team. I feel like they are a little bit still stuck in the individual playstyles, but this time we're seeing aggression from SN Necrosis. It's gonna be Suhail. They actually win that fight with a double pick onto Drunk and onto Zinc and Hasbullah. What are those right clicks? It's really interesting to see. He will get a frag, but he's trying to get a follow up onto Suhaib. He's healing himself with the Molly. Another frag did go down onto KZ1. I don't know what's wrong, why he's speaking like that's really interesting. Never seen that. Xdil does get a frag traded out immediately by Shadow. 3 vs 2 scenario. Hasbullah finally gets the frag onto Swai, making this a 1v3 all onto Manic Man. There are a few weapons here though. I feel like if he's able to pick one up, he can try and do some eco damage or maybe catch Hasbullah off guard. But Hasbullah is holding the right angle. Maybe a recon will catch him off guard. If he times the peak, he might be able to get that gun and do some damage. Regardless, the win won't affect the economy of NZO overall, not much really. So with the classic right click, he does get the frag. He's able to pull out the Bulldog. He needs to hurry up though, but Bluetooth's there quick enough to get the trade, not losing any more weapons for the team. We're gonna see 8-6 scoreline coming in with the side of NZO establishing their lead.
I really love how Hasbullah goes for a rifle on the second round, right after the pistol round. Well, I understand he has a very strong, faith in himself because, yeah, he really needs that when you're playing a competitive game, but that can be very fatal if you are really, really willing to gamble that much of an economy on one gun. Well, must admit that he's a really good player with the Bulldog because he was aiming downside. Do note, ladies and gentlemen, when you aim downside with a Bulldog, the first burst, or let's say the 3 bullets you fire, it fires in a very quick succession. It has a very high RPM, so obviously that was the reason he was ADSing and leaving the right click go every single time. But definitely that was the way he wants to play the Bulldog, and I think that's also a way you should play Bulldog. Bulldog is not a very bad gun. Well, they're definitely not as good as Phantoms or Vandals. I'm not gonna be putting up any debates Phantom versus Vandal tonight, but definitely the Bulldog is really not a very bright choice to be bought. But either way, you did mention that.
some cases like this.
Yeah, if you have a crispy aim, definitely. But if you want some, RPM, if I may say, you want to spray the player or your opponents. In that case, Bulldogs can be a very, how do I put it?
Viable option.
Replacement, a viable option or replacement when in an absence of one. But no worries, we'll be seeing Manic Man going for first blood, and there isn't a refrag once again. But look at that kill feed, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be seeing 5 players falling so early, and now 5 more remain. Not to mention, the players of Inzio are very, very low. The firewall's gonna be coming in, and Drunken Master. Oh no! You saw the Sova. Bad time to have the curveball. A very bad time to have the curveball in his hand, and he will take the bite. It's all up to Sage once again. He does have a good gun to work with, not to mention the HP of the players, and he will not get the kill. Unfortunately, there is a crossfire setup coming in from the side of Chosen One and from the Jet, and eventually we'll be seeing a 9-6 scoreline in favor of Chosen One. I really would have wanted it to be a 6-9, but no worries, 9-6 is also doable.
Well, it was a decent attempt coming in, and I really like how Inzetto on the fly made a choice, an improvised choice that it's 3 versus 2. They can still win because 2 players are low on HP. That crossfire, even if you're able to get that first frag onto Chosen One who's in hell, that double peek coming in from the rest of the players from A short and the side of Graffiti, you're not gonna win that fight because they are in completely opposite angles. You have to have the fastest flick in this side of Bangladesh to be able to manage to win that double kill. But regardless, the round will go, and that crossfire wasn't necessary because it's gonna be Chosen One to get that frag. Immediately, this next round has started up as in eco for the side of SC. All phantoms for the rest of the players. Oh, Drunken Master lands a headshot on the Chosen One before being taken out. 2 versus 3 scenario with a Marshal and Sheriff for Shuhaib and Manic Man. They don't have much utility or armor to work with. That was a pretty decent shotgun. Will do some damage to the Sage Bluetooth. Shuhaib is gonna regroup with his teammates. They might try and get one frag with more coordinated attempt to be able to pick up a rifle. This positioning from Shadow in Garage could be detrimental. He is playing it patiently though. He's not going aggressive. Try and give away this gun to his team, to his opponents.
Well, there is one thing I do want to mention on the side of Okay, impressive. I'm gonna let it be. Brutal's gonna find one, but Manic Man's not gonna be letting his fallen teammate go unpunished. And eventually he will get the refrag, but eventually that's not gonna be that much of a difference. We'll be seeing Inzio taking one more run in their favor, cracking the double digits. 10-6 is the scoreline. It's still doable, but from the side of SC Necrosis, yeah, that is really gonna be hard. Septem Exuberant, I think I pronounced that correctly, but as I was saying, if they are not taking this round, this is really gonna be a hard task for them, a tall task to say the least, because this is gonna be the 5th round they'll be losing, in case they lose it, that is. Otherwise, they're not gonna be having any more economical advantage, that's one. And secondly, for some reason, the defensive rounds are really not looking that promising. Their setups are there, but they are really not able to hold on to the pushes and coming from the attacking side. It's not like the attackers are rushing in or they're playing unpredictably. They are playing it by the books, and still these are going under the radar. Let's see if the defenders can potentially make it happen. I think the callouts are there, as we will be seeing 4 of the defenders moving into C, leaving the Astra alone. We'll be seeing the Cypher, lurking around B, but eventually the execution is gonna be on the side of C. The run back is gonna be popping out, and no casualties are gonna be coming down yet. Hezbollah is gonna be coming in. Shuhaib is gonna get one. Exo is gonna be getting the follow-up. Look, this is looking very good from the side of AC, and looks like they just may be able to get it out, but they will still have to make sure that they are going to be having a spike under their control, as it is already under their control. Hezbollah is going to be stuck, and he will be in a rock in a hard place. But there is going to be the...
What is that kick ball?
I didn't see that. Oh, yeah, now I noticed that. Well, yeah, at least you got the kill, so you cannot complain about it. Well, as they say, if it works, it's not stupid. Eventually, that spike is going to make its way to the objective, but still there is 2 extra defenders to worry about. We'll be seeing Darken Message. Oh, no, one other bad time to go for the card ball, and he will take the bite. The refresh is gonna be there though. Shuhaib is gonna find his 3k right there, and finally, we'll be seeing AC Necrosis firing back and slapping back, as my friend Kirito says. 10-7 is gonna be the scoreline, and this is looking kind of good for the side of AC now, even though we still have 3 more rounds to fail from the side of AC in order to make it happen, in order to turn the tables around.
Well, this is a round that's going to be really important for them to get close to that equalization, because obviously this is still a buy round for the side of Nzeto. They have won 4 rounds in a row, allowing them to go for these rifles again. But winning this will definitely put them on an eco, and that definitely makes it easier for them to be able to get some of these rounds. They only need to look out for Bluetooth with that Blade Storm and some of these ultimates, especially from Chosen One and Zing. They already have those, and I feel like they're going to be working to get Shadow the Astro Wall as well. We are seeing a lot of aggression in this mid area on grass as well from Window. Also outside Garage, a lot of utilities are being committed. Exdil is trying to hold on to this B side. He is getting spotted by the Sova. He's going to use up both of his slow orbs. I don't know why both would be the viable option. Maybe use one, save one for later. But who am I to make that choice? We will be seeing the side of NZ falling back. KZ1 though, putting a really aggressive angle. He knows the tripwire is there, so he can't really aggress. But NZ aren't really paying him much attention. In the chaos of a B push, if he times it right, he can break that Cypher tripwire and push into the site from the flank side and do some serious damage. But we are going to see the side of NZ aggressing B site now. There is a pretty decent defensive setup coming in. A one-way smoke from the Astra as well. Really interesting stuff. We're going to see the utilities coming in from Enzeto, and they're looking unstoppable. They're going to be taking this B site, but the Astra utility denying them with combined Dog Star. So much damage is being done, but no frags just yet. Bluetooth 33 HP still lives. Exil, get that frag. They're still running away. How are they not dead? And we are going to be seeing them re-aggressing on this A side, but this time, will the side of SE read this right? They will be. We're going to see 3 players pushing in towards this A side to defend it. The Cypher Shuhaib is still there. Exil with a frag onto Zinc, making this the first frag. A second one as well. It's Chosen One is going to clap back, but Exil is going mayhem with a triple kill. So much is happening. With 4 seconds left to spread, he can go for the plan. Manicman is just trying to deny, and he jumps in to deny the plan. What was that round? That was top tier Valorant play coming in for both these teams. And I mean, despite the hectic chaos in that B side, how did no one die? How did no one die?
Some jaw-dropping plays has been shown in this game, Kirito, and that definitely was one of them. Well, I really love the way the Jet actually took the exit. Like, you know what? I'm not staying here. I'm out, man. And he took the draft, and eventually they made their way to A. But yeah, nobody took a bullet. That was good. But eventually, that was kind of a hectic round, as you said, Kirito. But we'll be moving in. This is going to be the 19th round of the game. And we'll be seeing the attackers trying to stack up on the side of C. And that's looking really good. But do note, ladies and gentlemen, the defenders are ready. And so far, AC Necrosis is also clapping back with their own defensive rounds. But 2 rounds are still on the way in order to make the equalization happen. The stars are going to be coming in, and we're going to be seeing the Hunter Tree popping out from Manic Man, and he's going to tag up the first player. The second player, can he get the kill? Yes, he does. And now that is going to be a very well-placed Hunter Tree coming in. Now, the players of the attacking side, they do have the spike under their control, and they will be moving into for the objective, but they will have to go for the plan, and they will make it happen as we speak. And now, on a post-plan situation, this is going to be slightly hard for the side of AC to hold on, but looks like this is going to be made harder thanks to the setup from NZO, as they will keep getting the kills. It's all up to Drunken Master. Let's see if the Kung Fu Master can make it happen. He is the Drunken Master from the movies in the 80s, and he will get 1 kill with that run it back, and that just might be able to do it. Zane does have the neural type, but he does not have any bodies. He needs a corpse to find Drunken Master, but I don't think he will be doing that. Drunken Master is going to be tossing the nade, the molly, and the wall, and he's trying to bait the plan. The camera is going to be tagging Drunken Master, and now he will be forced to move that chip. And now the clock is ticking. The jump peaks are coming in. Oh my god, that is so big bang coming in. Zing is going to be going in, and he will get the kill. Nice try by Drunken Master. But Zink trying to bait it out with the jump peaks. Well, Drunken Master did not take that bait, but eventually Zink understood that he does not have the time, and he went for the kill. 11 rounds in favor of NZO. 1 more round to go for the match point. And if they take the round, this match may head to a point of no return. So if SC wants to make a haste right now, this is the last moment they'll be having. 8-11 is going to be the scoreline in favor of NZO.
I'm not gonna lie, Manic Man and KZ1, the way they defended that C site was down to perfection with the Hunter's Fury and KZ1. His position was not revealed with that early Soverdome coming in from Chosen One, so he was able to play quite easily around this little hidden position near that C site on the right. But regardless, they won't be able to win because they let go of the aggression. As we see again, Bluetooth is gonna get the first frag on a Drunken Master. There are no trades though, so we're going to be stuck to a 4 versus 5 scenario. We have 4 ultimates actually available to the side of NZO. Each of them have their own unique potential, but I feel like they are prepared for whichever scenario, post plan to retake, side take, whichever way they have to play, and Zero have an ultimate for that. So pretty much guarantee either one of those objectives will be confirmed. Look at this position. KZ1, he's aggressing right next to this little cubby inside C-Long. Will they check this angle? They will. Zinc lands the headshot onto KZ1. We can see a 5 versus 3 scenario as we see this neural theft coming in, giving the information that the C side is real estate and they're going to be able to go and have a really comfortable plan coming in. We do see the Hunter's Fury still available for the side of NZO for the post-plan scenario, as well as the Astro Wall to defend that side. But I feel like with this 5 versus 3 scenario, they should try and prefer not to use those. Regardless, we're gonna see Manicman getting the first frag. Bluetooth through the smoke. How does he land that shot? Oh, he was in the B side. He came in from the flank. Even I wasn't ready for that 2 versus 4 scenario. Hunter's Fury is still in play for the side of NZO. As we see, the side is being pushed by Xdil and Manicman. Their positions revealed because of the recon. They're trying to hold a crossfire, but they're gonna get shot from every single side, and it's gonna be Shadow with a double kill, getting that frag. 12-8 the scoreline and match point for the side of NZO. They're 1 round away, finishing all and sending the side of SC to the lower brackets.
NZO are looking very promising for the time being. And SE, well, I did mention that if they could not take the previous round, this is going to be very hard for them. And now this is going to be it for them. This is a do-or-die situation for them. And let's see if they can pull the rabbit out of the hat. Because other than that, I really don't see much hope. Not to mention their economy is really clustered. I see a couple of shotguns. I see one Marshal and one Sheriff being brought here. So there's really a low chance of winning this round, to be honest, for the side of SC Necrosis. NZ on the other side, they have full buys in their favor with full shields, and that is really gonna be detrimental for the side of SC. If they can pull it off, this is really gonna be a really huge one as they keep themselves alive, but still a very hard decision to make. Eventually, the players of NZ are gonna be taking as long as they can. They're being very patient because they're trying to read out the defender's strategies. They are waiting for the walls to come down as they can flush out the Sage. As the Sage is really trying her best to hold on to this wall because this is all she can potentially hope for. And now the wall's gonna be coming in. Luke is gonna be going for, oh my god, with that spicy headshot. He will not miss that and he will run away. He does not have the way, or let's say the comfortability to recover that gun. Eventually he will be safe, but the ultimate coming in from the side, the cosmic division is going to be coming in from the side of the Astra, and that is going to be putting the defenders pretty much on a backfoot because you cannot hear or see through the wall. And now we're going to be seeing the counter wall coming in from the side of the Astra as well, and Hasbullah is going to be on a rampage. He's going to be picking up 3 kills off his own, and now he's looking for more. His twin brother is just around the curtain, and Drunken Master is going to be tossing up the flash, and he will get the kill. Oh my god, Drunken Master, nice one, but eventually he will be traded off by Chosen One. It's all up to KZ1 with a judge. Can he make the judgment call? No, he cannot. That is so unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen. They tried their best, but eventually NZO is going to be the victorious one as they will be moving on to the upper brackets. But as I mentioned, SC's hope are not lost yet. They will be having one more shot in the lower brackets. 8-13 is the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. Good game, well played. Must admit that SC tried their best, but definitely there is room for improvements for every single one of them.
Let's see what I feel like. The starting of the matchup was really good. They had the utilities they used as really smartly and tactically, allowing them to actually push into the sides easily and have control. But some of the rounds they actually choked and lost some of their aggression, and that actually allowed the side of NZO to actually recover and be able to actually win this matchup. That was really impressive improvisation coming in from them to be able to think on the fly, counter and exploit the weakness that the side of NZ have been showing them. Despite having a lot of fragging potential, I feel like SC they should have won some of those rounds. They should have kept up some of the aggression, which would definitely have led them to a lot more success in this matchup. But regardless, the 13-8 scoreline is nothing to be ashamed of, and it was a decent attempt coming out from them. So we're going to be waiting to see much more from the side of SE in the lower brackets. But for now, that is the first match. We are going to be starting the second match real soon, and we after this match, I just can't wait to start it off. Before we go in for the boss for the second match, we are going to be having a word with our sponsor. It is Blisstyle Electronics and Ravenclaws shop. Check out their links in the description. And the community partner is VBC Valorant Bangladesh Community. And the tournament is powered by Range.gg. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel for esports content and future tournaments. And with that note, we'll be right back with me, Kirito, and Cresto for the second match of the day in the round of 16. Stay with us.
Esports fans, do you want to watch some tournaments? Would you like to compete? Maybe win some matches and make a little money on the side, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it all seems so complicated. What tournaments are there? Where is it happening? Where do I sign up? What do I bring? Requirements, rules, fees, yada yada yada. It's all so confusing. If only there was a way to make it all simple. And all you need to do to sign up is just press a button. Sounds oddly specific, doesn't it? Because it's range.gg, the easiest way to set off your esports career. Take part in exciting new tournaments. Short or long, big or small, choose your own battles and fight your own wars. Flaunt your gaming skills for all to see. Assemble a team and get ready to compete. Not to mention, take your in-game prowess to the next level by consulting veterans of the esports world. So why wait? Signing up has never been easier. Compete, flaunt, and grow at range.gg. See you at the range. How's it going, esports fans? Do you want to watch some tournaments? Would you like to compete? Maybe win some matches and make a little money on the side, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it all seems so complicated. What tournaments are there? Where is it happening? Where do I sign up? What do I bring? Requirements, rules, fees, yada yada yada. It's all so confusing. If only there was a way to make it all simple. And all you need to do to sign up is just press a button. Sounds oddly specific, doesn't it? Because it's range.gg, the easiest way to set off your esports career. Take part in exciting new tournaments. Short or long, big or small, choose your own battles and fight your own wars. Flaunt your gaming skills for all to see. Assemble a team and get ready to compete. Not to mention, take your in-game prowess to the next level by consulting veterans of the esports world. So why wait? Signing up has never been easier. Compete, flaunt, and grow at range.gg. See you at the range. How's it going, esports fans? Do you want to watch some tournaments? Would you like to compete? Maybe win some matches and make a little money on the side, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it all seems so complicated. What tournaments are there? Where is it happening? Where do I sign up? What do I bring? Requirements, rules, fees, yada yada yada, it's all so confusing. If only there was a way to make it all simple. And all you need to do to sign up is just press a button. Sounds oddly specific, doesn't it? Because it's range.gg, the easiest way to set off your esports career. Take part in exciting new tournaments. Short or long, big or small, choose your own battles and fight your own wars. Flaunt your gaming skills for all to see. Assemble a team and get ready to compete. Not to mention, take your in-game prowess to the next level by consulting veterans of the esports world. So why wait? Signing up has never been easier. Compete, flaunt, and grow at range.gg. See you at the range. How's it going, esports fans? Do you want to watch some tournaments? Would you like to compete? Maybe win some matches and make a little money on the side, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it all seems so complicated. What tournaments are there? Where is it happening? Where do I sign up? What do I bring? Requirements, rules, fees, yada yada yada, it's all so confusing. If only there was a way to make it all simple. And all you need to do to sign up is just press a button. Sounds oddly specific, doesn't it? Because it's range.gg, the easiest way to set off your esports career. Take part in exciting new tournaments. Short or long, big or small, choose your own battles and fight your own wars. Flaunt your gaming skills for all to see. Assemble a team and get ready to compete. Not to mention, take your in-game prowess to the next level by consulting veterans of the esports world. So why wait? Signing up has never been easier. Compete, flaunt, and grow at range.gg. See you at the range. How's it going, eSports fans? Do you want to watch some tournaments? Would you like to compete? Maybe win some matches and make a little money on the side, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it all seems so complicated. What tournaments are there? Where is it happening? Where do I sign up? What do I bring? Requirements, rules, fees, yada yada yada. It's all so confusing. If only there was a way to make it all simple. And all you need to do to sign up is just press a button. Sounds oddly specific, doesn't it? Because it's range.gg, the easiest way to set off your esports career. Take part in exciting new tournaments. Short or long, big or small, choose your own battles and fight your own wars. Flaunt your gaming skills for all to see. Assemble a team and get ready to compete. Not to mention, take your in-game prowess to the next level by consulting veterans of the esports world. So why wait? Signing up has never been easier. Compete, flaunt, and grow at range.gg. See you at the range. How's it going, esports fans? Do you want to watch some tournaments? Would you like to compete? Maybe win some matches and make a little money on the side, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it all seems so complicated. What tournaments are there? Where is it happening? Where do I sign up? What do I bring? Requirements, rules, fees, yada yada yada. It's all so confusing. If only there was a way to make it all simple. And all you need to do to sign up is just press a button. Sounds oddly specific, doesn't it? Because it's range.gg, the easiest way to set off your esports career. Take part in exciting new tournaments. Short or long, big or small, choose your own battles and fight your own wars. Flaunt your gaming skills for all to see. Assemble a team and get ready to compete. Not to mention, take your in-game prowess to the next level by consulting veterans of the esports world. So why wait? Signing up has never been easier. Compete, flaunt, and grow at range.gg. See you at the range. How's it going, eSports fans? Do you want to watch some tournaments? Would you like to compete? Maybe win some matches and make a little money on the side, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it all seems so complicated. What tournaments are there? Where is it happening? Where do I sign up? What do I bring? Requirements, rules, fees, yada yada yada. It's all so confusing. If only there was a way to make it all simple. And all you need to do to sign up is just press a button. Sounds oddly specific, doesn't it? Because it's range.gg, the easiest way to set off your esports career. Take part in exciting new tournaments. Short or long, big or small, choose your own battles and fight your own wars. Flaunt your gaming skills for all to see. Assemble a team and get ready to compete. Not to mention, take your in-game prowess to the next level by consulting veterans of the esports world. So why wait? Signing up has never been easier. Compete, flaunt, and grow at range.gg. See you at the range. How's it going, esports fans? Do you want to watch some tournaments? Would you like to compete? Maybe win some matches and make a little money on the side, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it all seems so complicated. What tournaments are there? Where is it happening? Where do I sign up? What do I bring? Requirements, rules, fees, yada yada yada. It's all so confusing. If only there was a way to make it all simple. And all you need to do to sign up is just press a button. Sounds oddly specific, doesn't it? Because it's range.gg, the easiest way to set off your esports career. Take part in exciting new tournaments. Short or long, big or small, choose your own battles and fight your own wars. Flaunt your gaming skills for all to see. Assemble a team and get ready to compete. Not to mention, take your in-game prowess to the next level by consulting veterans of the esports world. So why wait? Signing up has never been easier. Compete, flaunt, and grow at range.gg. See you at the range. How's it going, esports fans? Do you want to watch some tournaments? Would you like to compete? Maybe win some matches and make a little money on the side, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it all seems so complicated. What esports fans? Do you want to watch some tournaments? Would you like to compete? Maybe win some matches and make a little money on the side, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it all seems so complicated. What tournaments are there? Where is it happening? Where do I sign up? What do I bring? Requirements, rules, fees, yada yada yada, it's all so confusing. If only there was a way to make it all simple. And all you need to do to sign up is just press a button. Sounds oddly specific, doesn't it? Because it's range.gg, the easiest way to set off your esports career. Take part in exciting new tournaments. Short or long, big or small, choose your own battles and fight your own wars. Flaunt your gaming skills for all to see. Assemble a team and get ready to compete. Not to mention, take your in-game prowess to the next level by consulting veterans of the esports world. So why wait? Signing up has never been easier. Compete, flaunt, and grow at range.gg. See you at the range.
And ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the official VBC PL Season 1 Valorant Tournament. Round of 16 upper brackets are underway. We're here with the Stage 2 second match of the day, and it is between LRX Esports and D3 Rogue. Cresto, what are you doing?
Well, I'm actually not doing anything. I'm just sitting around and I'm kind of hyped for the matchup here. Well, what did you see actually? I was
I saw
seeing
your
it.
eyes. I saw your eyes. Maybe he's
All
trying to
right.
indicate something. Maybe he's trying to give a signal, but the signal that I'm getting from this match is that it's been a while since I've seen D3, man. And I feel like I haven't casted or seen one of their matches in a while. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see after all this time. And they're going to be taking on a big team as well, LRX, especially LRX after their roster shuffle. They have this new team, which has relatively comparatively risen up to the ranks real quick, considering this is a bit of a new roster. Some of these players haven't played with each other in a while. So considering that they have accelerated to the top tier of the Valorant the Valorant scene in our country quite fast. So I'm definitely interested to see how they perform against this D3 team that I haven't actually seen much of, or it's been a while. Basically, I want to say. So we already see the map is in bind and defending will be LRX for the first half. The agent lineups are in, and we're gonna see traditional omens being picked by Mastiff, Reinhardt going with a Jet, Frost is gonna go with the Raze, Typhoon with the Killjoy, and Prime. He's gonna go with the Sova. Pretty decent lineup from the side of LRX though. Ascension opting to go Astra, Red with the Sova, Murgiman is with the Cypher, Drifter, and Yushki relatively respectively going for the Raze and the Reyna. So pretty similar agent lineups, but I'm seeing a tad bit of the old meta with the Omen play coming in from Mastiff and Ascension going with the new meta of Astra. But I would have preferred the Astra to be combined with a Killjoy though. Feel like that is the better combination. But overall, it's a really interesting agent lineup coming in from both sides, and I'm really interested to see how they perform with these lineups.
Well, definitely is going to be an interesting match in the long run. We've seen LRX pretty much very volatile in the region for the time being because there's so many star players here. Murgyman, Red, Mr. Red, I think his IGN used to be Mr. Red if I'm not wrong. Rifter, Yuski Chuski, and Ascension. Well, D3 is not a team you're going to be counting out very fast, but still they are going to be having a very good shot against them because I've seen them pretty much, you know, maneuvering the game and outrunning the higher tier teams because in this region nowadays we are seeing the champion teams coming down and eventually we're seeing a bit more balanced game. Usually I remember back in the days we used to see Exili all the way on the top, but that time is changed, so definitely we'll be seeing a lot of fights coming in the game of LRX versus D3. Well, we'll be seeing the first blood popping out thanks to the Reina, and yeah, that is a good initial kill, but definitely for the side of D3, they could have gone for the refrag, but Prime, I think he's going to be trying to keep himself safe, and he just is going to be falling back. Murgyman is going to be deploying the cage, and eventually it's going to be smoked out by the Astra. Not to mention, the players of the attacking side are going to be playing it very passively. Usually you see a lot of aggression being brought on the attacking side on a pistol round, but for some reason, we're seeing D3 playing it slightly passively. But still, LRs are going to be maneuvering it very fast. We'll be seeing the Raze going for a very fast flank, but it's not going to be that much effective because he will be spotted out. Usually you might want to go for a flank when the clock is taking on 30 seconds or so, but it just did not work out the way it was planned for the side of D3. But still, two players are going to be popping out, and now D3 is going to be on their back foot, but they will have to choose a side as fast as they can because 30 seconds are left on the clock, and they will have to take haste. Yuski is going to be picking up his second kill, followed up by Murgyman. Murgyman is going to be taking a bite here as Typhoon is going to making sure that there was not a flawless round to start with for the side of LRX. But Red is going to be coming out from the teleport, and he will take the remainder of the players out on the side of Hookah. That is a very good start from the side of LRX. Not really surprising from the side of LRX because they are a very dominant team, but D3, they will have to be a bit more vigilant when it comes to taking the fight against these mad lads of LRX. But still, let's see how it goes. 1-0 is the scoreline. D3 is going to be going for the eco rounds here, while LRX goes for the half buy so that they can get some anti-eco frags.
Well, it is the first round, but I like what I'm seeing from LRX. They're controlling the pace of the match. They had one singular flank from the side of Drifter. Despite only being one person, we see G3 becoming indecisive and falling back, and so much depth to the game of LRX as well. That utility of the Cypher from Murgyman, followed by Ascension with that smoke. There is such, interesting use of those utilities. Again, with that shock dart and followed by the boombot from the Raisins over Red and Drifter. Really interesting stuff, and they have researched these utilities. Even though it's pistol rounds, they're using those utilities to its full potential. Red with the first 500 Frost, traded by Reinhardt. And we're going to see a 4v4 scenario. Drifter, aggressive positioning. I feel like they don't know, or they might actually ignore this angle while pushing in, but so much information is being fed to Drifter right now. He's hearing the orb being taken. He knows that there are players in this shower. But that's all the info he's going to be getting. He's going to go in for the push and takes out Reinhardt, making this a 3v4 scenario. Yuski with the Spectre will be getting a frag. A follow-up as well, maybe onto Typhoon. No, the shots actually connect in the head, but only 22 HP to spare. 3v2 scenario might as well be a 3v1. Then Nate though, what is this utility? I told you, Resto, this utility is so good from the side of LRX. Drifter, that was so well played, and the teleport from Mastiff gives away his information, and Drifter takes the perfect control of the recoil, giving him a 3k this round. And the bonus round going in favor of the side of LRX, giving them a huge lead economy-wise, but this time it's going to be D3 with the buy rounds, with the rifles in their hands. Can they make a difference? Let's figure out.
Absolutely, we will surely be figuring it out. Let's see if D3 can pull this out of the hat. I do wonder why Frost is going for that half shield while he does have 500 more creds in his pocket. He can definitely go for a full shield, but I guess that is a part of the process. I think he is willing to buy some more utilities or something, but I think he's pretty much fully kitted out. But for the side of D3, they will have to be a bit more, as I mentioned, vigilant, because definitely when you are playing up against LRX, they're really not going to be playing it forgivingly, because these are the teams who fight against Exili and the top dogs of the region. So the players of D3 are going to be playing it a bit more strategically. They are not giving too much of information to the defensive side, but LRX are trying their best to get as much information as they can get head on. There is going to be some noise made on the hookah side, so the Reina pretty much knows exactly where the attack is going to be focusing on. The Astra is going to be lurking on Ace, so they are just going to be having the utility and the information just in case. Drifter is going to be getting the first ball onto Mastiff with that Marshall. And he's just keep holding on to that cubby. He will get the second one, the follow-up onto Typhoon. And now this is not looking good for DC. Dead Eye will have to make it haste, and they will have to make it count. The grenades are going to be coming in, and that is going to be dealing a lot of damage to the Raze. And this is something I love about Bind because, I mean, not necessarily I love about it, but this is a problematic situation, if I may say, because there's so many choke points that you can use a lot of utilities, a lot of explosives, a lot of mollies to isolate the players, and that is something LRX will do precisely as they will take their bonus round. And that is going to be putting these two on a very bad situation because now, they, despite of having a good arsenal on the previous round, they will be having ecos this round around because they will not be able to go for the full. They will be popping out some sheriffs with some half armors and full armors. Let's see if they can make these weapons count, or maybe they might go for a full eco. Trust me, at this situation, I would have suggested to go for a full eco because those 800 threads might be coming in handy when it comes to buying the utilities in the upcoming rounds.
Immediately Drifter with the operator is gonna get a frag onto Reinhardt. With the Raze, it's not the agent you usually see playing the operator. Usually it's a little bit more versatile. Raze does have versatility, but it is a little bit more time consuming as it's a little harder to use than the jet of the dash of the jet. Immediately losing one player. We're gonna see the attempt of wallbang, but no, you
I don't know if you
actually
can
can't.
wallbang that.
Actually can. There is a big gap there, as you can see on the map. But it is, again, it's a sheriff spot, the side of D3. The boombot won't be going where it was supposed to. It's going to actually ignore these players. But in the end, it will be back after bouncing on the wall. It will be going for the fight. Oh, Yurski, that was such a big brain play. You know, dismissing away. He's going to get one more and dismiss again. This guy is a natural Reina. The Astro utility coming in, giving him one more kill. Typhoon does find one onto Murgyman, but he's only got a sheriff and 20 HP. As the rush comes in, he'll find a second. But Yushki getting another multi-kill. The usage of utility and the plays from the side of LRX are, I mean, they're so high compared to the side of D3. D3 are not actually playing on the same field, on the same level as LRX. As I see, a lot of their utility usage, a lot of their pushes don't have that feel like this is a really competitive match. I feel like they really need to step up some of these plays and that have more, you know, layers in their utility. Like, okay, I'm gonna use this nade for this. Like the way LRX did, right? They have every contingency plan for every utility. So stuff like that is absolutely necessary in some of these matches, especially against a team like LRX. But we're gonna see a technical pause coming in from the side of D3, and as soon as the technical pause has been resolved, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Till then, stay with us and we'll have a popcorn, something. Get back.
We'll be back in a short.
We'll be
Definitely.
back
Gas
in a
and
short,
popcorn,
yeah.
This is gonna be heated up.
This is gonna be interesting.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the issue is resolved, and now we're going to be back in the game 4-0 in favor of LRX. D3 is on attack, and LRX is on defense. So far, so good in favor of LRX. Can't say the same for D3 for the time being, but definitely I'm going to be optimistic for the side of D3. Let's see if they can, you know, keep... Oh my god, what was that? Mr. Reinhardt is gonna be sent to the next dimension with their operator. Drifter is gonna be picking up two more. This boy is on a rampage, and I think we have two operators. Wait, no, actually we have only one.
We do.
And
don't?
the push of D3 is gonna be clustered, and it's gonna be gone. And that round didn't even survive for 15 or let's say 30 seconds.
What?
We must have a Drifter just destroyed the side of D3 without even moving from the side of the objective. What was happening, ladies and gentlemen? That was indeed a very fast round. I don't know, Kirito. I have a lot of questions to be answered, but still, the scoreline is 5-0 in favor of D3, in favor of LR, excuse me, right there. As D3, you know, D3 can go for a full buy. Why aren't they going for the full buy? That is my question. I mean, they lost 5 rounds in a row, so that is going to be giving them a bonus, you know, losing bonus, so they can go for a full buy, but instead they are going to be choosing for an eco. A very questionable decision. But I'm gonna be tossing the microphone to my friend Kirito here.
Yeah, as you said, I feel like some of the strats that they're working with aren't working in favor, and gunplay in general. Frost does get the frag onto Drifter there. with his nade, but it's going to be a 4 versus 3 scenario, and these 4 players are very much self-sufficient on their own. We do see eco weapons, as you mentioned, Presto, and we're going to see Yushki just getting the fang into Prime. He's going to go for the heal. He knows that there's another player there. He's going to land the cleanest headshot I've seen in a while on the cost, making this a 1v4 scenario, all on Reinhardt with half armor and a Sheriff. He has all 3 smokes, gonna be using one immediately. Yushki, no fear at all. He's just running and gunning, and he knows exactly where he's. But one tap from Reinhardt, but the operator will clap back, and we're gonna see the new skin coming. Oh, that looks cool. Actually, I haven't seen much from this new skin. Do you know what it's called? I don't remember the name.
Even I forgot that actually. Honestly,
I feel like this skin reveal wasn't like you know, had much publicity or stuff like that, because I feel like I opened Valorant one day and it was just there.
Yeah,
I didn't see
exactly.
much of it.
Honestly speaking about skins, I feel like the Reaver and the Prime and the Origin had the most promotions. And personally, I'm a huge fan of the Reavers because I own them. But yeah, I think those are the Forsaken. I'm not the Forsaken skins, but the skin we forgot. But eventually, it doesn't matter the skin. We'll be seeing the operators taking the first bloods. And now, oh my god, hold up. How many operators do we have in this game? I think we had 3. One of them did fall eventually, but Prime is going to be deploying the Hunter's tree and he will get the second one. And that is a really good start from the side of D3, as 2 of the snipers are off the board. LRX will have to take Haze in order to defend objective A. But for the side of D3, if they try to go for a rotation now to B, that can be a very wise decision because there's nobody to be seen inside of B, and now A is going to be having a bloodbath. Ascension is going to be getting a kill onto Frost. That's one of the operators down. That is going to be a problematic situation, but let's see if the remainder of the players of D3 can make it happen. Mastiff will be picking up their operator, but cannot quite connect the shot onto the Reyna. I mean, the Astra. And now Prime is going to get a kill on Ascension. And now Yushki or YC is going to be going for the flank onto the side of UO. But there's nobody to be seen as the rotation is going to be made. As I think they heard me loud and clear. And now it's all up to Murgi Man to defend the players. Till the moment a rotation comes in. Wait a second. Is this a... Oh my god. Look at that fake, ladies and gentlemen. They faked B and then they came back to A as they canceled that out of shadows. Holy moly, that is some big brain plays coming from the side of DC, but can they burn the time?
They're quite spread out.
Yes, exactly. And now
positioning is quite interesting.
that is definitely there because Master does have the operator to work with, and let's see if he can hold on to this angle. He is checking both angles simultaneously, and now Murgiman's gonna be going from main, from the laboratory.
Don't do it.
Oh, well, he's gonna be showing some mercy to Prime. It's pretty much all up to Mastiff. Now he will use the paranoia, and he's gonna get a 1 kill. He's gonna get 1 kill on the YC, and now Mastiff will have to burn the time here. Murgiman unfortunately has the cover. I really wonder if
do the wall bang, man.
Well, he won't do the wall bang, but he will get the burst onto Murgiman. He will get the kill. He will not survive that round, but he definitely doesn't have to. He will take one more round or let's say the first round in favor of his team. Unfortunately, he will lose that operator. 3 operators were invested in that round. Unfortunately, that is 15,000 credits in total.
4, I think.
6,000.
D3 actually bought one. So
yeah, D3 won. Well, that's 450, 4,500, and then 2 from the side of LRX. So 9K and 4. Well, more or less the same. And unfortunately, those guns are not going to be seeing the daylight anymore. But they will be rebought once again from the side of LRX. 2 operators once again, thanks to Drifter and Red. But question is, are they going to be able to utilize these guns this time? Because last time they did not. But let's see if they can. 6-1 the scoreline. Back to you, Kirito.
Massive clutching it out, giving some momentum to his team. 6-1, they aren't that far behind. Getting 6 rounds in a row for the best scoreline possible is very much possible. Look at that run from Typhoon. He's just running for his life. The bot will provide some cover for him though, but look at that. Look at Red and... Oh, okay, Ascension gets a frag onto Reinhardt. The Astro is a little bit hyped about that kill. The voice lines are there. What is that slow peek from Frost? He's still alive. He still gets a frag with a Bulldog and a follow-up from Typhoon as well. We're going to see 3 versus 4 scenario. Drifter with the operator trying to land some flicks, following up with the nade. Murgiman still holding on to this B side real patiently. He knows that the rotation is possible any second, but with 40 seconds left in the clock, they still have more than enough time to have some picks in this A side and maybe slowly creep in to B. And with that recon, that will definitely be giving some of these players in the A side a reason to actually stay here, while the bomb is sneakingly making its way into the B side. But Murgiman though, with all this Cypher utility and along with some Astra help, although the Astra is out of the equation, but the Cypher utility is still ever present. That might help Murgy Man. We're gonna see the setups coming into play. He's gonna be activating the cage, and the lurk mode is on. He's now in the cages, trying to deny the bomb plant. He's gonna spot one. He's gonna be able to take down Typhoon, and a second one's massive as well. The triple kill is there. He denied the bomb plant, and with 5 seconds left, the player is on the complete opposite side. Teleporter sound has been made. Frost, save the gun. Don't go. There are operators there. They're just holding together. And in the end, he's gonna hold his horses. You know what that reminds me of? You know, there's a play in CS:GO where in Dust 2 in mid, we saw like 4 operators being held by I think it was FaZe Clan. It just reminds me of that.
Yeah.
It's like
Deja vu.
crazy moment, man.
That is definitely. Well, trust me, in tournaments we do have a lot of crazy moments, the memorable ones, and usually as these are on the live streams, these moments are saved, unlike the games we have in ranked or competitive or any other games, let's say. But I really wonder how that Cypher became a Rambo and he was a one-man army and he literally put his team on his back and took the 3k, which was important. Everything was in favor of D3, and suddenly Murgy Man's like, you know what, I'ma end your career right here, right now, and he just did that. And eventually, that is another round in favor of LRX, but looks like we will be seeing D3 pretty much slapping back as they will be making their way to the objective. Oh, impressive judge shot coming in from the side of Typhoon, as we will be seeing a lot of frags popping out, but suddenly the tables are going to be turned once again. Ascension with a 2k right there is all up to Typhoon. Typhoon did recover a Phantom from the fallen Cypher, but can he make a difference with that? I guess not. Ascension is going to be taking his 3k, and that's how we're going to be seeing LRX taking the lead further and further, and that is really not looking good for the side of D3, because if they are allowing LRX to take so many rounds, this match will be hitting the point of no return within the first half. 2 more rounds to go. I think, yeah, 2 more rounds to go before we're going to be seeing the roles being swapped, and definitely LRX, I know how aggressive they are. Once this is going to be hitting the attacking side, Kirito, LRX will be breaking the hell loose, that is for sure.
And definitely, I feel like giving away so many rounds, even if you win these next few rounds and make this an 8-4 scoreline, LRX will be feeling the momentum, and they already have the confidence in them. Know that even if we're in attack, even if we lose 4 rounds in a row, our momentum won't be down. Like Drifter gets the frag on the Frost there, raised if I might say, although the weapons were quite different. You should just keep popping the Empress. That does instill a bit of fear in the players of D3 that do they want to go towards this hook angle? Do we really want to do it, guys? Let's have a little discussion, and discussions are going to be cut short as we see this overtone coming in from red. The Empress will run out though, as we see Yushi holding a very aggressive angle, and Drifter is just running so crazily with that operator. Typhoon getting tagged severely as he's gonna get hit so much. Yushi the frag onto Prime. The Swarm Nade is there, will push away these players, and now the aggression towards his A side. But Murgy Man playing the cage criminal, but he won't. What was that? Oh, okay, Reiner just updrafting above, trying to replicate something else again, but red with the operator changing the whole game. It's all on Typhoon again. Can he do the clutch with half HP? No, you can absolutely deny him, and 9-1 scoreline. 2 rounds to go until the side swap, and I think D3. I mean, if they have this similar performance in defense, LRX are just gonna. I feel like they're just gonna stomp them at this with this performance.
Absolutely. Well, I love the way you mentioned cage criminal, because, well, cages can be, compared to jails, and I think, criminals do belong in jails, but eventually there was kind of an aggressive play coming in from that player, but still, we will be seeing LRX taking a very huge lead in their favor, and Yuski, well, that is impressive.
They're reading that every time. Actually, they've been reading that for the past few rounds.
Well, they are reading them like an open book, and that is really not good for the side of D3, because they are putting the critical plays, but still, there's so much. Oh, no. The critical decision could have been a better choice, but YC is gonna pick up 3 kills without showing any mercy. This boy cannot be stopped, and now it's all up to the Jet. Reinhardt with an operator can make some plays happen, but still, that is going to be very, very hard for him, because now the fight is going to be escalating to a close quarter situation, and now we'll be seeing LRX hitting the double digits. 10-1 the scoreline, and D3 is not having too much of a home ground here. LRX is not showing any mercy to D3, but D3 can potentially bring it back, but they will have to be very, very, very cautious about the strategies of LRX, because definitely if you're playing it very, very common, LRX will predict that, just like the way Yusuke Chusky denied that recon bolt. Not surprising though. LRX has been playing this game in these stages for many times, and we did mention they have a lot of star players here, and that's really not surprising that LRX will not be is not going to be struggling against D3. But still, D3 did take one round. Definitely they can take more. Let's see if they can or not. Red is going to be denying that boom bot, and now we'll be seeing a lot of players inside of shower area, absolutely not maintaining the social distancing. Well, definitely even have to. Wait, Frost, however, is gonna get the first blood onto Red with that. Excuse me, there's Judge here, and now Murugiman. Okay, how did that happen? I don't know. Murugiman's gonna pick up two here. Now he's looking for more, but he's not gonna be getting that. Reinhardt is gonna be getting one on him, but he will have to find two more kills. The damage is absolutely done, and now YC is gonna get the kill onto Reinhardt, and that is gonna be 11-1. Scoreline in favor of LRX. Near flawless to say the least. This is gonna be very hard for D3. If they cannot win this pistol round, things are gonna be all but out for them. But LRX, let's see if they can take this pistol round. D3 will have to put everything they have to take this pistol round in their favor.
I feel like, as you said, LRX winning this will pretty much settle this matchup. It's gonna be all done and dusted. But D3, no, even if they manage to get a few rounds, I feel like, you know, LRX easily will be able to squeeze out a couple of rounds. So that just shows that how much losing having such a big gap coming in to the second half will affect you. Even if you have the change in performance, even if you start playing really well, it's just a couple of rounds, it's just few rounds, and a team like LRX, or the team which has managed to create that huge gap in the first half, won't have in the end that much trouble to actually finish the round off. But we can be optimistic for the side of D3 as we see utilities are being used. Reinhardt is gonna have a fight with Morgan.
No.
As we know, there are 3 players in there, and Frost is gonna come in. Frost is jumping in front, bunny hopping like it's CSGO, and he's gonna be able to get that 4 versus 5 scenario. Oh my god. What's gonna happen? They're just running into D3. What is happening? These smoke plays though. Ascension hiding in the TP. He's gonna get 1 frag. But, oh, Drifter, he's trying to plant the bomb. He's gonna get tagged severely by the swarm nade. So much damage is done. D3 might land a second round. Red though has something to say about it. Get a frag onto Primes over Diff. But Drifter being solo and also having the spike in a 3 versus 2 scenario, it's gonna be all onto Red. He will have his recon in about a couple of seconds. So we still have they still have some time to work with 30 seconds left on the clock. The recon is available for the side of Red. And things have slowed down. He is spotted now. He's gonna win the fight against Typhoon. It's a 2 versus 2 now, and he has spotted out the side of Reinhardt as well. They can go for the plant if they want Drifter. He's actually squeezed through CT. This is so big brain coming out of them. They're gonna go to A and plant so easily. Red though, he's only 29 HP. He might lose this gunfight if D3 decide to play with double peaks, but no, they're just gonna run away. They realize that the bomb is planted in A. They're just gonna go for playing at in the site. Massive though, behind. Noise has been made.
Oh my, why are you knifing that wall, my boy?
Well, regardless,
I really wonder why
Drifter winnable, but
Yeah,
he is low in HP. If he manages to take care of Mastiff, he might take out Reinhardt, and he will from behind, and that's a headshot. He's gonna pick up the ghost as well. 24 HP. Knows that time is in his favor. He needs that one shot. Reinhardt has a sheriff. It's difficult to hit with that, and it's gonna be Drifter getting the clutch. I feel like he should have picked the maybe the classic or even a ghost there. The sheriff wasn't the best choice in close range. Still won the score line, and LRX on match point. Pretty much, I feel like it's decided.
Yeah, it's pretty much done and dusted for the side of D3, unfortunately. But yeah, we did see some questionable buys. You did mention about the sheriff. Yeah, the sheriff might hit like a truck. That is definitely there, ladies and gentlemen.
Truck
It
is
has,
not most effective in an alleyway.
yeah, it does not have a good RPM, and definitely you cannot spray and pray because it only has 6 bullets. It needs pinpoint accuracy, sadly, but it doesn't matter anymore. It's all up to D3 how they will be playing. They cannot lose this round. I mean, this is still doable, but going for a force buy, this is really gonna be hard. But hard task, but Typhoon is gonna be making it slightly easier because he will get an first blood with that swarm grenade. But there is Murugiman being Murugiman, and he will pick up 2. Frost is gonna pick up a kill on him. YC is gonna refrag on 2 times. Now it's gonna be in favor of LRX. And now it's literally Frost versus the world. He has been performing very good so far, but definitely he can do better. Now 25 HP to work with. Can he get a clutch out of the hats? And he is also spotted out by the Owl drone, but he will not go too far. And YC is going to be putting the stop right there. It is going to be 13-1 scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very dominant victory coming in from the side of LRX. But in the end, D3, they really did try their best to push it to the, limits, but eventually it's not going to be tonight. D3 is going to be falling to the losers bracket of this tournament, but eventually they will make their way to the top, and we're really, really expecting them to come up strong and precisely. LRX, they're just being LRX. This does not, confuse me, or let's say it does not make me question anything. They are really, really experienced in these stages. D3, they are not that kind of experience, but definitely they have a long way to go, and definitely we'll be seeing them in the future matches. That being said, we'll be seeing the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. We do see LRX players performing absolutely dominantly, not to mention the infamous performance coming in from the side of YC or Kichuski. 26 kills on his name. He is an absolute Reina player. He is not putting any flaws here. So that is really great for the time being. But D3, I think they will be able to bring it back here. Speaking of which, we do expect D3 and LRX, both teams, to come back to these boards to learn from their mistakes, because we all do mistakes. We are all human beings. Man is mortal, as they say, and we learn from that. Eventually, we'll be seeing the upper brackets being played. For the time being, that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Not to mention our lovely sponsors, without whose help we wouldn't be able to host this tournament. There's one thing I do want to mention from the side of Ichkichuski. He uses a lot of skins. You must have seen that. And believe it or not, it's actually not a myth. Skins give you skills. So you might want to get some Valorant points to buy some Reaver Vandals, can be any skins, but you need to buy some skins. And if you want to check out some skins, do check out our sponsor, Ravenclaw eShop. And not to mention, you also need some good keyboards and mouses and headphones to get some information on your enemies to get a competitive advantage. So if you need some gears, do not forget to excuse me right there. Do not forget to contact our lovely sponsor, Blisstyle Electronics, and do mention that you came from here. You never know, you might get a handsome discount. That being said, I think we have gone through a very long night. What do you say, Kirito?
Well, definitely, and everything is enjoyed with friends and teammates. We see LRX with an impressive team. So if you want teammates like that, definitely check out the VBC Varan Bangladesh community, where we have a lot of players waiting for you to join them in the ranked fights that we go through every day. And definitely, as we see any impressive tournament coming out from Center Range RGG, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel for esports content and more tournaments in the future. And after this long day of having these, actually only 2 matches, these felt like ages long. So, despite that, we will be back next time with more matches in the round of 16, the second stage of the VBC PL official Season 1 Valorant tournament. We'll be back next time. Stay with us. It's goodbye from me, Kirito, and Cresto.